Hey, welcome to Genre Exposure, a film podcast. Join us as we explore the wide world of cinema, broaden our horizons one movie at a time. I'm one of your hosts, Dustin, and as usual, I am here with Jason.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
What is up, my dude?
What is up is movies.
Yeah.
Because we watch them and we talk about them on this podcast.
That is, in fact, a thing that is true that you just said. We've definitely not been replaced by AI.
No, it'd be much better if we were replaced by AI.
It wouldn't just be great, but also amazing.
That's an amazing idea you have, Dustin.
It is, and it's not just that it's amazing, it's also really cool.
And completely original. All right, enough bashing AI. What's going on?
We're going to talk about Knock Knock today, 2015, directed by the Eli Roth.
Oh, he's the Eli Roth. Now. This is our second Eli movie, is it not?
We talked about him once with Green Inferno. I think we set it up there, and we'll continue it here. That he's a bit of a polarizing director.
Yes, he is.
Some people love him. Some people love to hate him. Mm-hmm. I kind of like him.
For the most part, I do too.
Yeah. He doesn't make movies that are like. He'll never make a movie, I think, that will be something like The Witch, where it's just like,
no,
oh my god, this is a foundational film for the rest of time.
No.
But I think, like, film to film, he gets it across the plate, you know?
There's more hits than misses, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. He hasn't been very active recently, though, has he?
He's done a lot of, like, TV stuff lately. I don't know if you remember, but there for a while I was going down the rabbit hole of a lot of those paranormal TV shows.
Oh, God.
And there was that whole, the Zach... Bagan's like haunted museum thing,
right?
And then they wanted to make like the stories of the stuff in his museum, and like Eli Roth is the head producer over all of that, and he was using it as like a platform to give like up and coming horror directors a chance to do like a short film, but for TV, to kind of like get their foot in the door and get experience. So what I'm saying is he may not ever be one of the greats on the Mount Rushmore of horror directors, but
no,
he cares about the genre and he knows the craft, and I think that's cool.
Oh, I completely forgot he did Borderlands. I think everyone forgot about that movie.
I skipped that one.
Oof, it looked terrible.
I'm gonna say probably not his fault alone. I'm gonna bet there was a lot of studio meddling in that.
Oh, I have no doubt. Before that was Thanksgiving, which was decent.
Yeah,
I had fun with it.
Finally delivered.
It's not really as good as the short he did, but still.
If only we could be in that alternate universe.
Yeah.
But before we get into Knock Knock, and do we have a lot to get into with it, we're going to talk about what we've been watching, and also we're part of the Prescribed Films podcast network, and we love it. And there's all kinds of other cool shows that you could be checking out, listening to, finding stuff to fill your time, your commutes, your boring days at the office. Mm-hmm. Have a peaceful day at home and just listen to some other people talk about stuff, and find you cool movies to get into, or hobbies or interests that excite you, that bring you joy. We need more joy in the world.
Yes, we do.
And sometimes you got to dig through a podcast to get there.
Sometimes. There's worse things you could be doing with your time.
Sure. Exactly. But, just one more little footnote on the bashing AI thing.
Oh, sure.
Sora AI, who was going to revolutionize the film industry, has been canceled.
Really?
Yeah. Turns out it was bleeding about $1 million a day.
Wow, okay. That's more than Hollywood usually bleeds out in a day.
Yeah, it turns out all those people that started like social media accounts for their fake AI movies, they're never going to get made because they lost their little platform to do it on.
Oh, that's too bad.
So sad.
I feel so sorry for them.
All those barriers they were breaking down.
Yeah, how dare people require, talent and effort to produce art.
What have you been watching?
Well, okay, I don't have a lot of movies to talk about. I got one movie to talk about, which I've seen.
What are you doing with yourself, man?
I don't know. I have no excuse. It might involve more traitors. Blame my wife. But I watched a new movie called Primate.
Yeah. You and Michael went to see this, right?
We did. Well, we saw it at home.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we didn't actually go out and venture into the filthy cinemas.
Same difference.
This is directed by Johannes Roberts, who you may know from such films as he did that Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh, God.
He did 47 Meters Down,
Ooh.
which I really didn't like either. Strangers Pray at Night.
Okay. You know what? That one's pretty great.
It's not bad. some other movies.
It still has one of my most favoriteest jump scares of all time ever, which is where they duck into the trailer and they think they're safe.
Oh.
And then the car just fucking plows through the middle of the trailer.
Right.
Great jump scare.
He did a segment on VHS 99, Suicide Bid. Which segment was that?
Not coming to me.
Me either.
Which means either it's forgettable or that was one of the ones that was bad.
I'm going to look it up real quick. But Primate is fun enough. It's about a monkey who gets rabies.
Okay.
And then starts attacking his owners and their friends. It's got your typical annoying teens, very shallow characterization. It's these rich people in this big house in Hawaii, and the monkey fucks them up.
But is there a big 80s musical number?
Negative. Yeah, I know.
You've lost me.
I'm sorry. Suicide Bid was the one about the fraternity or the sorority hazing, where they put the girl in the coffin.
Oh, dreadful.
Yeah, I thought that was weak.
Yeah.
I thought that was really weak.
Awful.
Utterly predictable and boring. But yes, Primate. See, a movie like this, I know you're not a fan of animal attack movies.
Yes, we've established that.
Yes. I like them. I was afraid this might make me feel too bad for the monkey, but they don't use a real monkey at all. It's like a person in a costume.
Oh.
So it looks real enough, but it's also that kind of uncanny valley where you don't feel too much sympathy for it. And I think that was a good move. I appreciate that. Otherwise, you're watching this poor monkey getting, it's like Cujo. You see this fun dog slowly become this horrible, and it's not his fault.
It's sad.
It's very sad. And I didn't want that. And it's not like that. You don't really give a shit. And you don't give a shit about the people he's fucking up either, which is a plus.
Usually helps.
Yeah, there's some decent gore, some stupid decisions by dumb teenagers.
Gotta have it.
Who have no idea just how fucking dangerous a chimpanzee is.
Do they do any of the dumb shit like, oh, let me take a picture with it? Ooh.
Well, it starts off, they have the introductory scene where he's still kind of himself, right? But he gets rabid and mean pretty quick. So there's not a whole lot of that, luckily.
Okay.
There's this funny scene, though, where these, they were talking to these boys earlier that show up at the house later after shit's gone down. Because basically the kids there are trapped in a pool. Because rabid animals don't like water.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't go into the pool after them. So these kids get there, and they're all drunk and high and shit.
I'm just thinking, because he made 47 meters down, I feel like he has a fixation with water.
Maybe he does. So...
Jason fears water, because...
yeah. How can we use that against him? So these kids are in the house, and they're looking for the girls, but they instead find this monkey. And this kid's laying in one of the girls' beds, and the chimp shows up. And it's a pretty tense scene. It's pretty cool, because he's trying to be like, oh, good monkey, good monkey. And he just slowly gets fucked up by this monkey.
Wow.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a great movie to watch with a buddy and a beer. It's not going to change your life, but you can spend 90 minutes in far worse ways.
Well, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it together, because it's definitely not my thing.
No, you would have nixed that
it's
one.
It's rare for me to enjoy an animal attack type horror film. I'll tell you one, though, that always stuck with me.
Yeah?
Is Monkey Shine.
I don't remember liking that one very much.
I saw it as a very young child, and it was kind of traumatizing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that why you don't like animal attack movies?
No, I think just in general, I don't like them because, number one, they never really scare me. They don't instill any of that fear, because it's like, oh, it's a real animal. This could really happen, so...
Isn't that fearful, though? Because that's actually something that could happen. A chimpanzee could right now burst into my basement and attack us.
In a way, maybe, but I don't know. And then also, I think there's been a lot of those films made that just kind of instill unwanted terror into stuff.
Like the big
especially
shark killing frenzy after Jaws.
They've really given them a terrible reputation, which is not really my place, I guess, to care about or fight for, but I don't know.
Right. Well, Jaws is one of my favorite films of all time, so I will defend that movie to the end of the world. But anyway, yes, if you like killer monkeys, if you like animal attack movies, if you like seeing dumb teenagers get brutalized, check out Primate.
Cool. I'll stick to Primal Rage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun too. What have you been watching?
Well, these aren't going to be exciting ones because it's stuff that we've talked about before in the past, and I've watched before in the past, but I just had the urge to watch them.
Oh.
A few episodes ago, I revisited City of the Living Dead because you recently acquired it.
Yeah, great Fulci movie there.
And riding high off of that, I'd been wanting to be like, I just got to watch the trilogy again, man. I got to do it. So
Even
first,
House by the Cemetery?
yeah. So The Beyond, 1981.
Classic. Fucking classic.
It's his masterpiece,
I love that
hands
movie.
down.
So much fun.
If you want to argue for another one, sure, but I think far and away that's his best one.
Easily.
Greatest of all time. Even as much as I think that City of the Living Dead is underrated,
It is.
still The Beyond is greater.
There's not one boring moment in The Beyond.
No, it's-
Every 5 minutes, it's like, what the... Huh? What?
You're either like leaning in because it's cool, or you're leaning in because you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it just pulls you all the way to the end to one of the bleakest and just most overwhelming endings
Yeah.
ever put to film.
And has, honest to God, one of my favorite shots is in that movie.
Oh, yeah?
When she's driving down the highway, like that bridge thing.
Oh, dude, that shot
and
is so
And it's
cool.
just, her Emily is her name?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
just standing in the middle of the road with that dog. It's awesome.
It's haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sticks with you forever.
Oh, and the little girl getting her head blown off, too, is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, there's very gnarly kills, too.
Yeah.
It's just greatness start to finish. If you've never seen it, you need to see it.
Yes.
I have nothing fun or interesting to add to the conversation about it, but
No.
I love it. I love to go back to it. Now then, also finishing it off is House by the Cemetery. And I talked about this when I talked about City of the Living Dead. And I think I did this as my movie I watched once years ago. I don't think this is a very good movie.
No, it's not.
Now, in recent times, a lot of people have gone back and reevaluated it
That's bullshit.
and have come back and been like, no, it's the best one.
That's
which I think is
bullshit.
just insane.
That's
first
just,
of all,
that's just contrarian bullshit.
I mean, if you like it, you like it. It's fine. It does have some cool
No,
moments.
I don't think it is.
There's some cool moments here or there. Like, this kill's kind of cool, or this shot's interesting. But
Sure.
Number one, fucking Bob
Man.
is just
Bob. Oh my God.
brings everything down because it's just such a terrible performance and portrayal. And
Well, the dubbing shit doesn't help.
and then the dub is just god awful.
Who is that girl, mommy?
And it hurts because, again, having just recently watched City of the Living Dead, they have a child character, and it's just fine.
Yeah.
And the dub is fine.
Right.
And they're not so much the focus, but they're in a decent bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they never, drag it.
Right.
And then here, Bob is a major focus, and it's just, ooh.
Also, I don't want to be mean, but man, that kid is just not attractive. I'm sorry. It's just,
He's got a face you want to punch, you know?
He really
you know what I'm talking about?
does. He really does.
And then, I know they're not really connected. I mean, they are, but they aren't. Right? There's this broad idea that each film has this sort of gateway to hell
Yeah.
that somehow is an important aspect.
I
And
don't see a gate to hell in this movie.
this one doesn't fucking have it.
No. It's got a dusty zombie in the basement.
It's got a dusty zombie mad scientist guy,
I mean, he's got a cool name.
Dr. Fraudstein.
Dr. Freudstein, yeah.
Freudstein. But it's just it's just a mad scientist, and he made himself immortal with experiments.
Yeah.
And he hangs out in the house, and he kills people when they show up.
Are people throwing up their guts? No. Are they getting their heads drilled in? No. You know, there's no cool kills. There's
Yeah.
no zombie girl getting the back of her head blown off.
There's not many exciting kills, and then it's a real slow burn without much to pull you along until that final, when he finally reveals himself, and it's like, whoa.
It's weak.
It's weak, and I've seen people make the argument that the house is built over the gate of hell, and that's why he picked to come there to do his research. And I mean, that's just not in the movie,
That's
man.
not textual. That's not a textual reading.
It's not in the movie. So I feel like it's very disjoined from the other two as well, because the first, City of the Living Dead and the Beyond, there's a place, there's a portal to hell.
A literal gate to hell, yeah.
A thing happens. It's going to unleash chaos and could be the end of the world unless our intrepid heroes take
Right.
action to try to stop it, and then things go haywire.
Yeah.
That's literally both of those films. And then this one is something else. And it just, I don't know, it never works for me.
Yep.
I mean, I still give it I think I rated it 3 stars.
Wow, that's generous.
Because again, there's cool moments.
There's
cool,
moments.
Cool
They're
scenes,
just
cool
few and
ideas.
far between.
But yeah, anytime I watch them, I always will throw it in. And it's I know I don't like it, but I just keep thinking oh, maybe this time I'll see what everyone else is seeing, you know?
I think it can stop.
I'll probably watch it again. Who knows?
Probably will, you freak.
Yeah. And that's all I got.
Okay.
Just taking a stroll down memory lane.
Nice. Excellent. Nothing wrong with that.
And speaking of strolls, that leads us to our movie.
Okay.
right, back in the saddle with Eli Roth, talking about his 2015 film Knock Knock.
You know, whenever I hear the phrase "back in the saddle," then I think of Freddy in Part 3 when he kills the dude in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I do like that kill though. I like that he's that mean spirited.
Yeah,
he gives no fucks.
Zero fucks. Yeah. That was great.
Good times.
Yes, Knock Knock from 2015.
I got a synopsis.
Do it.
When a devoted husband and father is left home alone for the weekend, two stranded young women unexpectedly knock on his door for help. What starts out as a kind gesture results in a dangerous seduction and a deadly game of cat and mouse.
All right.
What genre is this, Jason?
Well, according to IMDb, this is what you call an erotic thriller, which I don't know if it's an erotic thriller. I mean, there are erotic parts.
There's steamy parts, but I don't think the eroticism is like the most important part.
Right.
Which is what makes an erotic thriller.
I mean, there are parts that have an effect on an individual.
Sure.
It's psychological thriller, they're calling it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that works. That works. Crime, they say. Okay.
Why not?
Just plain old thriller.
I mean, if it's there in the one, it's in the other.
Sure. I would also say it's home invasion.
Yep. That's a specific subgenre.
And I also would say it's a Keanu Reeves movie.
It's an alternate universe John Wick movie, perhaps.
Right. Where he gets beaten up by two girls.
And has his dog stolen.
Oh, that was so sad. At least it didn't die. When I saw that dog, I'm like, the dog's dead.
Oh, phew.
Luckily.
Listen, Eli Roth, he may be a questionable director, but he's not a monster. Wikipedia played it safe and just called it a thriller. I think that's fine if you just need to be succinct.
Sure.
Want to get out the gate. It is a remake of a 70s film, Death Game, that was shot in 74, but it didn't get out until 77. And that was directed by Peter S. Traynor, and the two leading ladies in it were played by Sandra Locke and Colleen Camp.
Colleen Camp shows up in Knock Knock.
Yeah, she has a cameo, and all three of those people were also producers on Knock Knock and helped with the production.
And Sandra Locke was famously Clint Eastwood's girlfriend, who was in a bunch of his movies and got sexually assaulted in a disproportionate amount of them.
Yikes.
He cast his own girlfriend to become assaulted in several films.
Huh.
I mean...
That's a weird piece of trivia.
That's a very specific kink he has.
Hey, if you're doing like film trivia nights, there you go. There's a question for you. Mix that one in, see what happens.
Oh, dude, we haven't done an Eastwood flick yet.
No, we haven't.
We need to.
We should.
Yes. All right.
And there's some other stuff about this. We'll talk about Death Game maybe a little more at the end, because I have seen it. I think you skimmed it a little bit.
I scrubbed it and read the summary and stuff. Although I would have, if I had more time, I would have been happy to watch it, because it was interesting.
It's a fun watch, and it's really fun to compare the two, because I'll say out the gate, Knock Knock is surprisingly faithful.
Yeah.
As far as a remake goes.
Yep.
It really just kind of updates stuff for modern times, and then it's just a few little things they diverge on.
Yeah, it ditches the porno music.
For good or ill. Depends on if you're into that or not. But this is like the first official remake, but there's been some other versions that kind of unofficially... in 1980, there was a Spanish erotic thriller inspired by Death Game called Vicious and Nude.
That's a cool title.
And then there's also another earlier film called Teenage Innocence from 1973. And it was called Little Miss Innocence in its U.S. release. It has a very similar plot line to the point you could maybe argue that Death Game was inspired by it, but there's never been any real...
Interesting.
confirmation on that. Yeah. I think we can just get into the film at this point.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We get a nice sort of slow burn intro.
Yep.
That I really like, especially for Eli Roth. You think of him, I think you normally think of like excess and like you think of Hostel, right?
Yes.
It's in your face and it's gory and it's bloody and it's like going at 90 miles an hour. And this is like a very slow, kind of meditative start.
Yeah, it's kind of your typical introduction, because we're in Hollywood, and we're just sort of like panning over the hills and stuff, and then we rest on this one neighborhood and this really nice house.
Yeah, big old nice house.
Obviously, they are well-to-do.
Clearly.
And yeah, then we meet Evan.
Evan Weber, our hero, played by the one and only Keanu Reeves.
And I will say that Keanu Reeves, I always question his acting a little bit. He's got some moments here that
I knew we were going to have to talk about that.
That are pretty wooden, but he's good casting because he's such a nice guy.
He is.
And he's known for being a super nice guy. So it's cool to cast him in this.
Right, because you kind of just automatically apply those traits to Evan, especially early on, because it seems to like
well, he
one
is
and
nice.
one.
He seems like a nice guy.
He seems like a nice dude. He's an architect.
He's an architect. He's good with his kids.
He has a loving wife that's an artist named Karen.
Did her accent bother you?
No, not really.
There was something about it that bothered me. I'm not one to like, accents, foreign people. I don't care about that. I watch so many foreign films.
Sure.
I obviously don't care. But there was just something specific. Maybe it was her delivery. I don't know. It bothered me. It stuck in my craw.
Not to give this film more credit than it deserves, but could that be intentional? Maybe the film wants you to be a little off with the wife for later purposes.
I don't know, but she's pretty hot too. So that kind of counterbalances the voice.
I guess opinions differ. Tiffany ended up watching this with me.
Yeah.
She surprisingly didn't hate it, I don't think. But in this whole intro part, as it played out, eventually she just goes, "Man, I kind of thought his wife would be hotter or something."
Wow. I mean, she's good looking. Well, you don't think so?
She's all right.
You wouldn't do her?
Oh, let's not have that conversation right now.
I think this is the perfect movie to have these types of conversations. But yeah, they're in bed and they're like making out.
It's
being
Father's
all
Day.
Cute. It's Father's Day.
Yeah.
They're maybe getting it on, but then the kids rush in.
Yeah. They made him breakfast in bed.
Yes.
And we set up a few little things about them right now. Evan has been having physical therapy because he has an injury to his shoulder.
Yes. You can see there's like been an incision made and stuff. Like they went in there and did some operating and stuff.
And we learned that there's this big vacation that there was planned, and Evan can't go because he has to finish a project.
Big project. Oh, and Karen is played by Ignacia Alamond,
Yeah.
if I am pronouncing that correctly. Maybe Alamond. I don't know what else she's done. I didn't really look up her.
She's in Green Inferno, notably.
Oh, just like the other lead in this movie.
Who we will meet soon. A lot of her other stuff I didn't recognize, but that was immediately...
Oh, was she the girlfriend of the activist dude in Green Inferno? Maybe that's it, because I hated her character. Maybe I'm just carrying that over.
Which is intentional over in Green Inferno.
I kind of hated all those characters, actually, but that's all right.
You're meant to. It's okay. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
If you haven't listened to it, go back and check out our episode on Green Inferno.
Listen to us bitch about it.
I found that I surprisingly liked it more than I thought.
Yeah, I'm still pretty cold on it. Yeah, so he's got to stay. Well, they're going to go off on a little vacation to the beach while he works on his project.
He's going to have a nice, quiet Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Chilling with his dog, Monkey.
Monkey.
A French bulldog that is adorable.
Very cute puppy.
And that you worry the entire film may be in peril.
Yes. The dog is fine. Nothing happens to the dog.
As teased earlier, he gets stolen, but we'll get into that.
I'm assuming the girls take very good care of this dog.
I would hope.
Yeah. Yeah, but he seems like a good dad. He's playing with his kids. He's doing this whole like monster.
Yes, I'm the monster. It's really cheap. It's one of those things like it's like a family in joke, right? And it's cool, but like from an outside perspective, it's kind of cringy,
right?
But
that's most most families really,
right? So it's not meant for like widespread consumption. It's meant for the family, right?
Right. And there's also a line of dialogue about how the wife thinks that Evan hurt his arm by helping to lift luggage for someone at an airport for a pretty girl. Mm-hmm. And she's kind of implying like his head turns for pretty girls. And he's like, hey, I was being chivalrous.
Yeah. He's like, that's the kind of man I am,
Whoa, I was being chivalrous.
Could you imagine if it was like Bram Stoker's Dracula, Keanu?
Whoa, what was up with those blue flames and those wolves?
I still love that movie. I don't care.
I mean, it's a gorgeous film. Anyway, so they go and we meet Lewis real quick.
Lewis,
too.
Yes, he is like the assistant.
He's like Karen's assistant. She's an artist. She's got all these ugly ass sculptures everywhere.
You didn't like them?
I did not like them. No, I know art is subjective, but I mean, this is some pretty fucking shitty art.
I could take it or leave it. But yeah, she's starting like a gallery presentation thing, and he's getting everything together for it. She has a final piece that he needs to pick up this weekend.
Yeah, and he has this joke. He talks about like some secret party.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to bring over a bunch of booze, and Evan and me are going to get drunk for Father's Day. Secret party.
And Evan's like, haha, yeah, whatever. So the family leaves, and so he's listening to Kiss on vinyl.
On like an old like turntable.
Yeah, he's got an old turntable. He's got a vinyl collection, which was a plot point in the Death Game, in the first one, in the original.
Yeah, it's funny because in that it's contemporary, but here it has to be like, I'm just really into vinyl.
But I'm looking at the dude's system in Death Game, and I'm like, yeah, I want that. So he's listening to Kiss and
having a good old time. He's working on his building.
He's got a 3D printer going. He's building a little model of his.
Which, by the way, we don't normally pull like goofs to talk about when we look up about films.
Oh, like cinema sins?
Or like mistakes, right? That's a whole category on IMDb you can get into. I usually don't put them in unless they're like really, really interesting.
Or it's obvious.
Because they're very fucking like nitpicky usually.
It's very pedantic.
I don't know who has a problem with this movie. Actually, I know a lot of people have a problem with this movie, but someone online has just put tons and tons of like, well, this is wrong because of this entries on their IMDb.
Yeah.
But one I thought was funny, and I did want to bring up, apparently the 3D printer is calibrated wrong, and when it's like shooting the stuff out, it shouldn't be doing it that way.
Oh my fucking God.
And I was like, I wouldn't fucking know, but I bet some of our friends would.
Oh, I have no doubt. No doubt. See, I mean, I'll freak out about firearms mistakes and stuff like that, but 3D printer, come on.
I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the plot. It doesn't. If the 3D printer figured more into the movie, maybe then I would be upset.
But then Evan's like, he's kind of stuck. He needs a little inspiration.
Yeah, he sparks up a pipe.
So he breaks out the old weed bag.
Yeah.
Like you do.
And he does have a conversation with his wife.
Yeah, she checks in. Seems like she checks in often. Mm-hmm. And she's one of those FaceTime people.
She is. Dude.
Mm-mm. No.
Only if you need to show me something.
Right.
Otherwise, don't fucking FaceTime me. But then he hears knocking at the door.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
It is weird.
It's 1 a.m., so...
Yeah. And he goes out, and there are two young women.
There are.
That are wet from the rain, and they're looking for the Gregory's house. And he's like, hey, this isn't that house. I'm sorry, I can't help you. But they are attractive women.
They are attractive young women.
They are wet, and their scanty clothing is clinging to them.
And we'll just set it up. There is Genesis, played by Lorenza Izzo.
Who was Eli Roth's wife at the time?
At the time, yep.
Because she was in Green Inferno.
She was.
Wasn't she in another one of his movies?
She's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but that's nothing to do with him.
No.
Isn't it the house with clocks on the wall
Probably,
or whatever? Yeah, I never watched that one.
I didn't watch that one either. And the other one is Belle.
Played by the Ana de Armas.
Man, she is great.
And she is gorgeous in
this. I mean, not only is she gorgeous, but I think she's a great, fantastic actress.
Mm-hmm. And this was I believe her English language film debut.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting one to be their first one. But
it is. She's actually legit great in this.
She swings for the fences in this.
She's the best actor in the whole movie, bar none.
She fucking kills it.
Yeah. Okay, I was distracted.
Oh yeah, okay. so they're wanting to get out of the rain.
Yeah, he's like, come inside, dry off.
Their phones have been rained on, so they can't call anyone. And he's like, hey, you know what? Come in, dry off. I'll let you use my phone. And then they're like, oh, we don't even know the numbers. We just have them saved in our phones.
Right, which, I mean, that's legit. I don't know. I know my wife's number. That's it. And my own.
And he's like, that's cool. I'll grab you an iPad. You can look it up.
Yeah.
We'll get you sorted. It's no big deal.
Yeah, and they're all like, hey, thanks for letting us in, because a lot of people wouldn't let strangers into the house. And he says something like he's pretty sure he could take them if he needs to. And I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Very ominous foreshadowing.
Yeah. He orders an Uber for them, but it's going to take 45 minutes. And then they're asking, hey, our clothes are soaking wet. Can we put them in the dryer? And this is how pornos start.
It is. But he's still trying to be cordial, though.
He is. And he's like, yeah, you're wet. I get it.
And they're clearly flirting with them, but he's not really like leaning into it or anything.
He's being nice.
He's being nice.
Yeah.
And tolerant of the situation.
Yeah.
So he gets them some bathrobes. He puts their clothes in the dryer.
Makes them some tea.
They find Monkey. They're playing with Monkey.
Yeah, they're like, listen to his vinyl playing with Monkey. And he talks about how he used to be a DJ.
Yeah, it was like his passion.
And then they're like, oh, we can't believe you're in your 40s. That's crazy. You look so young. And they realize it's Father's Day, and he doesn't have his kids, so they're like hugging him and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like,
oh, you're so fit. Oh, you got muscles. Oh. Okay. So we have to talk about the obvious thing here. If this happened to me, automatically I'm thinking it's a trap. It's a trick. Okay, there's no way. Okay. No, they're after something. This is not right. They're going to go out the fucking door because...
So I wanted to talk to you about this. I didn't know when it would come up, but now's a good time as ever. I was going to ask if one of the things that we always talk about are cool with films that let you approach a situation and engage it without having to actually go through it.
Right.
So if you were in this scenario, what would you do?
I would tell them to fuck off. Because something is obviously
at the door. Or would you?
I'm thinking they've got boyfriends like hiding somewhere
around the corner.
Yeah, breaking because one, that's how my mind works, and two, I am not the sort of person these girls would act that way around. Now, for Keanu Reeves, it's a bit more believable.
Right, it is.
Also, I mean, you would have to either be rich or good looking or have a massive ego to not think that these girls are after something. There's something afoot here.
Fair.
What about you?
So my whole scenario is I probably would have not even answered the door, to be honest.
I mean, a knock in the middle of the night, nobody wants that.
So this is whenever Tiffany and I lived in the trailer park. One night, I don't remember why I was off work, and I was staying up late, and I was reading Hellraiser comics.
Nice.
This is a long aside, but it's going to be worth it. So there's like a Boom Studios. They're like a indie comics company, and they had the Hellraiser license for a while. And they did this big, huge series that was crazy and really well done. And I think Clive Barker either wrote it or he like signed off on the story, so it was actually like good. They weren't just making it to keep a license. They were actually trying to tell a story.
Right.
And it was this really cool, big, sweeping thing, and it brought in like Harry D'Amour and some of the other like characters in the universes of his stories. And it's like 3 a.m. And I'm reading these, and it's like real good and real scary and stuff, and I'm getting into it. And Tiffany, I think, was in the living room, and she fell asleep on the couch watching like reruns of Dr. Phil or something.
Oh, God.
So it's 3 a.m., and then suddenly there's just bump, 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 bump.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
Huge knock at the door. Wakes her up, scares her. I'm freaked the fuck out immediately.
Yeah.
Because I'm both sleepy, but also full of like hours of reading Hellraiser comics.
Yeah. It's like Pinhead's at the door.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I creep down the hall and get there, and it's like I peek out the peephole, and it's two dudes. I don't recognize them.
That's not good.
They're just on our porch, and so I just pause, and Tiffany looks at me, and I look at her, and I'm just like, shh, don't make a sound. And we just freeze and stand there, and then they're like, hey, man, you in there? And they knock a little bit more, and then all they're hearing is Dr. Phil being like, well, now let's talk about this for a minute. and they're listening. They're like, I think that's the TV. And then one of them goes, hey, man, this ain't the right house. And then the other one goes, oh, shit. Be quiet. Let's go. And then I heard them creep down the steps and walk away.
Okay. Oh, that's a relief.
So that's 100% my strategy every time.
Well, I mean, yeah, in the middle of the night, you get a knock. It's not good. It's either going to be really bad fucking news or it's someone fucking with you,
But put a pin in that because I do want to come back to it after we go through the whole plot.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, they're putting the works on him.
Oh yeah, they're laying it on thick.
And it's a cool scene because like he'll go sit in a chair, and then one of them will like come and drape their arms over him, and then he'll get up and move to the couch.
Yeah, he is moving away from them. It's obvious. It's like, okay, you're invading my personal space. This is a little uncomfortable.
And some of the lines he has here are those ones you're talking about where they're like a little stiff, a little wooden.
Yeah.
And I like that because it kind of reinforces the awkwardness of him being like, no, it's cool.
It's appropriate here, yes. But he talks about how he mentions his kids speak perfect Spanish, so he's talking Spanish with Belle a little bit.
Talks about how his wife's an artist.
And the girls are loosening it up, and they're talking about like fucking, having sex with dudes.
Yeah, they're very like crass and just like right into it. And he's a little put off by that, and they're even like, what? It's just sex. Doesn't matter.
Right. And they're like, oh, you haven't been with anyone but your wife in 14 years. How can you do that? Like, we have threesomes all the time,
Threesomes, foursomes, whatever, just...
Yeah. They say they're flight attendants, and they're doing the whole spiel that flight attendants do, and they're, like, touching him. And, they're like... Keanu does give a great shit-eating grin at one point, though, when they're talking about sex and stuff.
It's like he starts to want to lean into it, but he knows he can't. So there's a good like back and forth with him.
And Belle like puts on the Spanish language album, and she's like dancing around all sexy, and he does a little bit of DJing and stuff. And they're kind of getting cozy. It's like they're about to kiss or something.
There's a great moment where she has that record on, and they even talk about it. I think it's like one of his wife's favorites or something.
Yeah.
And then she's dancing, and he's kind of like nodding his head, and then he goes over and like cues up another song and makes like a perfect transition.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh my God, how'd you do that?"
I'm a DJ. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Genesis was wanting to dry off, clean off, something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, she's going to the bathroom or something. Probably get the clothes, I think, maybe. And then the Uber gets there because they're about to smooch, he and Belle, but like he's stopping it, and the Uber's there.
He says, "No, I can't." And she starts to want to protest, and then the Uber arrives. There's a ding.
Yeah, and then Belle goes to get Genesis. They're in the bathroom. He's taking their clothes to them. He goes inside.
Well, first he waits a little bit, and then he's like, "Guys."
Yeah, he's knocking on the door. You can hear them inside kind of giggling. You hear the shower running. And he's like, "I'm coming in. I'm not going to look, but here's your clothes." But they're like naked, all exposed, all out there.
Ran a bubble bath.
And they're like, "Oh, come join us."
And then he's like, "Hey, no." He's like, "I don't know what you thought was going on."
He's like,
but,
I'm happily married, you know.
I'm happy to help you, but this is going to stop right here, you know.
But they don't take... See, and this is another thing. You got to respect someone. You got to... When they say no, you have to respect that, right? They don't respect that. And
Are you trying to say that they deserve what happens?
Nothing... Well, I mean, nothing happens to them. But I am saying that you got to get consent. That's what I'm saying. They do not.
It's an important lesson.
And they start like going down on him.
Yeah,
and they're wishing him happy Father's Day while they're just blowing him. And then we have this big fuck scene.
Yeah, we get like this nice, like, there's music and it's like a super cut. It feels very much like a 2000s music video.
Yeah.
Where there's shots of them being like pressed into like the frosted glass in the bathroom.
Yep. And the Uber driver's like looking at his watch, like, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that Uber driver because, like, man, it's a rainy night. They set up that there's not going to be many people out because it's not worth doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, you get this gig. You have to drive 45 minutes up into the Hollywood Hills. Then you get there, and they just fucking ghost you.
Yeah.
I've been like, nah, man. I would get out of the car and be like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. Maybe he got another one that was like 5 minutes away or something.
I don't do Uber or anything like that. That's why I would lose my cool real quick.
So they have a good old time.
They do.
He wakes up alone in his bed, and he's finding a bunch of messages from his wife on the phone.
And it's cool because they play it almost like he doesn't know if that even happened.
Yeah, I mean,
at first he's kind of just like,
he's like, holy shit, what
did I do?
And he's getting up and he's thinking, okay, they left. Okay, thank God,
it's over. Yeah,
but no, because he gets into the kitchen and they're in there like a couple of gremlins making a mess.
They have fucking trashed this kitchen, man.
Yeah.
And it's great because Genesis has like pancakes and she's fucking like flipping them in the air.
And they're eating like pigs. They're just shoving food in their mouth and stuff. They're feeding Monkey on the table. And he's like, okay, where do you live? I'll drive you home. And then they're like, oh, we could just live here. We can just stay here.
We'll sleep with you all the time and take care of you.
And I like how you can see the panic just rising in Keanu. It's like, oh, fuck.
And he even like tries to level. He's like, all right, what do you want?
Yeah.
How much money to make this go away? Let's forget about it.
Because again, his wife FaceTimes him again. Yeah. And he runs outside to take it, and they're like flashing and rubbing their butts on the glass outside behind them.
It's very funny. Because he ends up like turning so that like he's facing them doing that just so the camera's facing away from the house.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, how much do you want? And they're like, oh, that's not what this is about. We're just, going to have fun. And then they're running around the house kind of hiding from him, and he's tracking them down. And Ana de Armas is in his closet just wearing like his button-down shirt, which is much hotter than it should be. And they start kind of fucking with his wife's art.
And he gets pissed.
Yeah, he gets pissed, and they're like, hey, we're underage.
Well, he pulls the phone out, and he's like, that's it. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
We're just going to be done with this.
Right.
And then they're like, that's great. Go ahead and call the cops, and then we can talk about statutory rape.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what?
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa. There's the whoa.
And yeah, he says like they're 15. She says they're 15.
Which is totally not
Bullshit.
believable. Yeah, Tiffany was like,
shit.
there's no way they're underage.
No, they were both like 25 when they made this movie.
And even as the film kept going, she was like, no 15-year-old would know how to do all of this.
Yeah. Obviously not 15.
But he believes them.
Yeah.
Takes them at face value.
And then that's when he's trying to pay them off, and they're like, we're not whores.
And then there's a knock at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And panicked, he recalls that Vivian, his physical therapist, was supposed to come over for a session. Yep. It was briefly mentioned in the intro, and he was like, I don't think I need it. And his wife's like, no, you need to do it. You still need to keep up with it.
And this is Colleen Camp, was that her name?
Yeah.
Who was in the original Death Games.
So she's at the door, and he's trying to hurriedly get her to leave.
And she won't fucking leave. She's a chatterbox.
She wants to gossip and talk about everything.
Well, then Gemini comes out and starts like caressing Keanu, right?
And she's like, he doesn't want your massage.
Yeah. And Vivian is like, oh my God, I can't believe what you're doing. Oh, this is terrible. And so she storms off, and he's trying to chase her. She leaves. He goes back in. He's super fucking pissed. And now they're fucking with his turntable. Mm-hmm. Okay, they've gone too fucking far. All right. And they're like taunting him, and then he says, fuck it, I'm just going to call the police.
But he calls their bluff.
Yeah, Gemini stops him. And
Genesis, by the way.
Genesis. Why do I have Gemini? That's weird.
Autocorrect fail.
I don't know. I think Gemini was on my Genesis. I know that. Okay. Genesis stops him and says, okay, just give us a ride. So there's this pretty funny smash cut to the car, and it's just quiet, and they're just driving.
And one of them even comments on like the mood being like sour now.
Yeah. But he drops him off at some suburb, some house, and he drives off, and then they just start walking away from the house.
Yep. Didn't even intend to go there.
No. So he gets home, and he's cleaning up everything. He's like wiping the markings off the art and all that shit.
Man, and what a fucking involved process this is.
Yeah.
To clean everything.
So that night, he's back at work trying to get his shit done, and then he hears something. He goes into the living room and finds the family photo on the floor, busted, and then Genesis knocks him out.
Yeah, clocks him over the head.
I mean, we get one of those movie knockouts. It's so easy to knock someone out in a movie without causing permanent brain damage. That is one of the tropes that will never go away. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's an all-time classic.
I know I'm being pedantic.
So he wakes up, and he's tied to a bed.
Tied to a bed. Genesis is putting on excessive eyeshadow, wearing a black dress.
I kind of like this look, too.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I like it. It does it for me.
And then Belle joins, and this is where it starts to get trending into a weird direction. She's wearing his daughter's school uniform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
And
calling him daddy.
She's calling him daddy. She's pretending to be his daughter.
Yeah.
And this is one of the parts where they diverge a little bit from Death Game, because in Death Game, they clearly state the one is like, oh, I was abused by my father.
It's explicit.
Very explicit. Yeah. Here, it's just suggested.
I mean, I think it's a little bit more than suggested.
Yeah, I think you don't need it because it's very clear. And
they don't come out and say, this is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, before she shows up, he was like shimmying his phone out of his pocket, and like he's like laying on it to hide it. But yeah, she shows up wearing his daughter's school uniform. And
he's like, that's my daughter's school uniform.
Take it off.
Take it off.
And apparently she's wearing like her panties too, and takes those off instead.
Which they proceed to use as a gag for much of the rest of the film.
Yeah. So things went a little fuzzy. I don't remember a lot after this. You're going to have to...
Okay, so so they're kind of just teasing him and taunting him a lot. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to get his arms free in any way he can, but he can't really. And then they start to hear like the of a phone. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, what do you have? And then they find out that he had the secret, slipped the phone under his back and was trying to hide it. And they notice that it's a fucking FaceTime from Karen.
Yep.
Again, for like the millionth time.
And they're threatening to answer it whilst giving him a blowjob.
Yep.
And he tells Belle that he'll do whatever she wants.
Yeah, he says, I'll do whatever you want, just don't do that.
Yeah. So she straddles him, and she's doing her thing, and Genesis is recording it.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, then, let her have her way with you.
And she's calling him daddy and all that stuff.
And Genesis films it.
And then... This is going to tell. Anna de Armas.
Yeah. Go on.
I wrote in my notes, Anna de Armas has a good bark.
Oh, yeah, because she starts barking at some point.
Yeah. So he gets free. Genesis goes off to do something.
And yeah, the vigorous work upon the bed happens to shake loose one of his restraints.
She's distracted, so he just like clocks her upside the head. She falls to the floor, and then he runs out, and he's going to choke Genesis. But she stabs him in the shoulder with a fork,
and
like right at his incision and everything. And he's on the ground, and he's like, "Oh fuck," you know.
And I like it because it's really realistic. Like he is, pretty jacked and stuff. Like he probably could take them, maybe, but
but getting stabbed, especially there, where you've already got an injury.
The pain of that just like fucking folds him immediately.
He passes out. And he wakes up and he's tied to a chair.
Yeah, with electrical cords. And they're in the living room again. They've got the turntable on. They're using it to play music.
Yep. And Genesis is doing like this game show thing.
She put on like one of his suits, which is really funny.
Yeah. And
they're doing like a game show.
That's called like Punish a Pedophile.
Yeah, Who Wants to Punish a Pedophile?
Yeah. So Belle puts headphones on him, and he's like ranting and raving, and Genesis turns up the volume to shut him up. And he's like, "Oh, fuck, I can go deaf. Don't do that. Oh. Whoa."
It seems a little exaggerated, but also he is like an audiophile, clearly.
Oh, no, I would, yeah, exactly. You're also going to blow up my speakers. It's like, no, these are expensive headphones. Stop it.
And so they're asking him a series of questions.
Yes.
They're kind of leading questions that just have to do with, what should happen to someone that's a pedophile.
Right.
How should you treat them? What's their punishment? What's fair to happen to them?
Yeah, and they ask him, one question is, they ask him how many daddies have survived this game. Mm-hmm. And he's like, none.
Ooh, smart. And then they hang on this one question, which is like, what should happen to a daddy that does this? And it's like
prison, castration, or death. Yeah.
And he knows the answer is death. You can see it in his face.
Yeah.
And just as he's like trying to stall for time, there's a knock at the door.
Yep.
It's the theme of this film.
It's Lewis.
He's here at the scheduled time to get the sculpture.
So they gag Evan and wheel him to another room, and they're pretending to be Evan's niece and her friend.
Mm-hmm. And they're shooting a music video.
Yeah. And he's like, "Okay, that's cool. Whatever. I'm here to pick up some art." And he goes out there to get it, and they've like drawn boobs on it and wieners and stuff.
And he immediately is like, "Okay, this isn't right."
Yeah, you're not as... What the hell? What the fuck? and they're trying to seduce him. And he's like, "Bitch, that ain't going to work on me."
Yeah, he's a really funny character.
Yeah.
And it should be noted, we didn't mention it, but in the opening scene when he's there, they do set up that he has an inhaler.
Yeah.
Because it becomes very plot relevant
when he sees the art vandalized, he starts inhaling and stuff, yeah. And he's hearing some noises, and he's calling for Evan, and as he's passing them, Belle like grabs the inhaler out of his jacket.
Yeah, swipes it.
He goes and finds Evan, who's struggling and shit, and he's like, "Okay, fuck all this." He's running back out, and they're smashing the art with a hammer. He's freaking out, starts having an asthma attack, and he falls and hits his head on the plinth, and he ain't moving.
Yep, he's out.
And Evan's like, call the cops, help him, call an ambulance. And they're like, "Oh, he's dead."
They're like, "Nah, he's dead.
Ain't no help for him."
And they straight up are like, "Oh, it's his fault. I mean, he fell."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They don't give a shit about it. So it's not just bad daddies they're after. They're fucking kill anybody.
And then they do a little staging in the aftermath of that. They take Lewis and kind of put him up like he's a sculpture and put the wrapping around him that was going to go around the sculpture.
Yeah.
And then they get both Evan and Lewis's phones, and they send like conflicting text messages that set up this narrative.
Like Evan was with his wife or something?
Lewis and Karen were having an affair, and Evan found out about it. And then he vandalized the statue in retaliation.
Yeah.
But then Lewis came when it was happening, and it turned into a whole scuffle kind of thing.
So, yeah, they like put him in the back of a van, and they go back to Evan, and they're...
Well, they finish that question. What's the answer? And he won't say it, and he times out.
Right.
And is this the famous moment?
This is where he has his monologue.
This is his famous monologue.
It's pretty intense.
I have it all here. I don't think I'm going to read it
No.
I don't think I can do it justice.
No.
But basically, he's like, "You're gonna kill me because you came to my house and you broke in.
You came to me.
You
seduced me.
You fucked me.
You sucked my dick."
But then this is the famous part right in the center of this. He says, "What was I supposed to do? It was free pizza.
It was a free pizza.
Free fucking pizza. It just shows up at my fucking door. What am I supposed to do?"
Yep. That's now one of my favorite lines of all time.
So now you've known all these times
If I
over the
ever get in
years.
trouble for anything, I'm going to say it was a free pizza.
Or I've just thrown out, "It's free pizza, man." That's reference
Is that what
to
it's
this.
from?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, how do you feel about that argument?
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, he cheated on his wife and kids, which isn't great. But at the same time, he's not guilty of the crimes that they're punishing men for. He did say no to them. They did not respect his boundaries. Yes, they kept on. And, dude, it's Anna fucking de Armas. I mean, how much resistance could you fucking have? I think he's a Superman for resisting for that long. When I saw her in the doorway, I would have been like, okay, do whatever you're going to do. What about you? What's your thoughts on his defense?
I think it's interesting because the whole film, we want to like Evan. It's Keanu Reeves.
Sure.
We love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. People do make mistakes.
It sets up that he's a nice guy.
And adultery isn't even a fucking crime.
But there's these little breadcrumbs of doubt, right? Because there's the part where the wife is like, "Oh, you're always putting on for pretty girls."
Right.
And, the fact that they're targeting him in itself kind of makes us... Later in the film, we get a little more context that makes it even more suspicious. And I think this is a little bit of a turn. He kind of drops this nice guy thing. He's so backed into a corner that he's just like, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah. But, I mean, it's also a believable, logical outburst from him,
But I think then it raises the question, maybe he's not such a nice guy.
Sure, but does he deserve to die for that? Or be tortured or have his life ruined?
I don't know. But they declare that he's going to be executed at dawn.
Yeah, they start digging a grave. And again, we got a movie grave where it's easy to dig a perfectly square pit.
Yep.
In a matter of an hour.
Okay, and this is where that shoe drops, because as they come back, he's pleading with them, and he's like, you really don't have to kill me for this. Mm-hmm. I'll do anything. I'll give you any amount of money. Whatever you want, anything at all to make it go away. And this is where they kind of drop the ball on him, because they start making fun of him, and they're like, "Oh, Monster's sad. Monster's so sad."
It's like, "You've been spying on me?"
Yeah, and they revealed that they've been scouting him for a while, it seems.
I don't know how they've been spying on him. That's never established.
Beyond the scope of the film, perhaps, but...
Yeah, it just seems like they would have to have some sort of a bug or camera in his bedroom. I don't know.
But so that suggests to me that they don't just this isn't like a Strangers situation where they just kind of rock up.
They case somebody.
They clearly pick someone, stalk them, case them, then go in for the kill, basically.
Right. So
then that makes me wonder too.
It's not a stranger situation. It wasn't just because he was home.
Right. That maybe as they stalked him, they saw signs that, lined up with that.
Maybe. We don't see that.
We don't know. And I think that's part of what makes this a good film, is that there is that ambiguity there.
Yeah.
That you can't really know the 100% truth.
So they're fucking up his shit, destroying more of the art. They give him a bowl haircut, like his wife was talking about at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, because he likes his hair long, and they're like, "You should get your hair cut."
They smash a vase that he was trying to get into earlier, and a gun pops out. And
then they're like, "Oh, a gun."
Yeah. This is dangerous. You shouldn't have kids.
They also break all his records.
Yeah. Oh,
very sad.
Fuck, that's the breaking point right there. So Genesis is like, "Hey, I'm going to play hide and seek. Go hide in the house. If we find you after dawn, if you hide until dawn, you're free to go.
Yep.
Don't leave the house. I'll shoot you if you leave the house."
And it's so weird because he doesn't even try.
Yeah, he runs out eventually, and he immediately drops the knife that he had picked up. They come out and get him. He's yelling for help. They're like, "Hey, no one's at home right now. Everybody's gone. Everyone's on
You set that up yourself. You told us that when we first got here. No one's home. Everyone's gone for the long weekend."
So they're wheeling him out. It's dawn now. He's all tied up and gagged and stuff, and they're rolling him toward the grave that they dug. And they bury him so that only his head is sticking out. And he's like, "I'll do whatever you want. I'll say whatever you want.
And they're like, all right, that's cool. You know what? Let's FaceTime your family and you tell them everything that you've done.
Everything that happened, yep.
And then we'll let you go.
And he's like, fine. And they call, goes through a voicemail, and he's like, call 911. Call 911.
Well, he starts and he's like, Karen, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to have to tell you. But and then he kind of just hesitates and he's like, call 911, call 911.
And they just laugh. And then they're acting like they're going to smash his head in.
Yeah, they have this big, like, stone sculpture thing. Probably one of his wife's dumb things.
And it's like she's about to bash him in the head, but then bam, just kind of smashes it in the ground next to him.
And there's this really sad moment during this, too, where Bella's like, we really thought you were going to be the one that would tell us no.
Yeah, it's like no one ever tells him no, apparently.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, yeah, we're not underage.
Yeah, by the way, we're not underage. We're just fucking with you.
No shit.
And then they say, by the way, also, this was just a game. We don't kill people. We don't do that. That's not what we do. I mean, Lewis died, but whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, you do kill people. Whatever. And then they're like showing him the recording. They stick it in the ground. They posted it to his Facebook, the recording of him having sex with Belle.
Yep. And
it's funny because you see like people just unfriending him and like, what are you doing? Oh my God, this is terrible.
Like Facebook wouldn't immediately take it down.
Yeah.
But it's
maybe
okay.
Back in 2015 they wouldn't have.
Yeah, maybe.
Then they leave and they take Monkey.
Run off with him.
And in my headcanon, they treat Monkey very well. They give him treats. He's a good puppy. They probably use him in their schemes in the future, which would work on me. Oh, puppy, okay, come inside.
Like you get the knock at the door, like, our dog.
Dog, what? Oh my God.
A car clipped him in the street and he's hurt. Can we come in?
Yeah, see, that would work for me. The hot chicks I'm suspicious of. If you're talking about a hurt animal, I would fall for it.
They gotta leave with the dog.
So like he's struggling to get a hand free and gets it up out of the dirt. He's trying to stop the video and he just winds up liking it and it falls over. That was pretty funny.
And he has this like just devastating. Ah!
And then his family gets home.
Yep.
And they're looking around. The place is a mess. There's like dicks drawn everywhere. There's like
hateful comments on all their
like
photos.
Whores on his daughter's picture and stuff like that. And
that's the end.
The kid says, Daddy had a party. And that's the end.
Fun little bookend.
Yes.
It's great.
Indeed.
Shit's wild. I do have some background stuff.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see. Keanu Reeves, in an interview, said it was very awkward to film the sex scenes because Lorenza Izzo was naked in most of them, and at the time she was the director's wife.
And Eli Roth was masturbating while filming it.
And he said, this is a great idea. I'm going to put it into my next movie, The Green Inferno.
Is that guy jacketed it? That's me.
A lot of overlap with Green Inferno. Besides Izzo, also Ignacio Alamond and Aaron Burns all appear in The Green Inferno.
Yep.
Which actually Green Inferno was first.
Right.
2013. It can't be true then.
Well, it can't be true.
That he wrote the masturbation scene that way.
No, you're right.
Oh, well.
I still believe he probably masturbated.
This film had a different title in Taiwan. It translates to When Babes Come Knocking.
Nice.
Interesting. Evan's big monologue, the free pizza rant, as the director called it, they shot it twice on 2 different days. The first time they shot it, they had done a long night shoot, I think for a lot of the part where they're terrorizing him in the house. And Keanu Reeves was just like totally exhausted. And they shot it, and they're like, oh, that's pretty good. And immediately after they cut, he was just like, that ain't it.
Yeah.
I did bad. I can do it better. And I want to do it again. And so the next night they reshot it, and then that's the take in the film.
Nice.
You gotta kind of talk about the John Wick similarities, right? Because John Wick, his dog dies and goes on a killing rampage, and here we have Keanu Reeves, his dog gets stolen at the end.
So you're saying he becomes John Wick after this?
I don't know, but it's just also funny because Ana de Armas is also in the John Wick universe, the ballerina.
Yeah, I never watched that. Did you?
No, I never got around to it.
As much as I love her.
I want to just for her,
yeah.
but I'll get to it.
Because she stole that James Bond movie she was in for like 5 minutes. I wanted to watch that, not James Bond after her.
Make her a 00 agent.
Because, man, that sucked. That was a bad last movie for her.
Ooh, not good. But there's more with this dog I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I have the Blu-ray. And there's extra special features.
Of course.
There is an alternate ending that they, I guess, originally shot, and then Eli didn't like it, and they went a different way. He called it the John Wick 2 ending. And it cuts after they walk off. We skip some time ahead, and you see Evan out, and he's got his phone, and he's tracking Genesis and Belle. And they reveal that the collar that Monkey has a GPS tracker in it.
Oh.
And so it sets up that he's stalking them to get the dog back, and then also to torment them.
I'd watch that movie.
Kind of get revenge, right?
I'd watch that. See, that's a better stinger than the stupid Green Inferno one, that's for sure.
He didn't like it in the end because he said it made him think of more of like a slasher film kind of setup.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessary.
And it gets away from being the thriller and kind of the point and the message it was supposed to have.
I think that was a good cut.
So they axed that off and went with what was in the film. Well,
this was not a box office success.
It was not. It did not do very well.
Had a $10 million budget, made 6.3. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
What do the critics think? Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 37%.
Yeah, it got pretty middling reviews. Some of the horror websites liked it more.
Its average thing on Rotten Tomatoes was a 4.9 out of 10. Metacritic gave it a 53 out of 100 when it averaged everything. But Dread Central, they gave it a 4 out of 5. And they concluded that what we do have here is a home invasion film for the social media generation. And that should make you think twice before offering warmth and shelter to a stranger on a dark and stormy night.
Yeah.
Jeff Bond from Geek Monthly praised Reeves' performance, saying that his dramatic turn in the film makes this one of the best works in Eli Roth's collection.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
And then I just wanted to talk about, I guess, like a little theme type stuff with this film, which goes back to Death Game. I pulled this. This is a literary critic talking about Death Game. It's Kenneth Muir. And he was saying that there's an underlying feminist theme in Death Game that has to do with its depiction of male infidelity and suggestions of an immoral father-daughter relationship. Muir explained that the film's narrative consistently points to this motif. Elements like the female leads referring to him as daddy. The suggestion of there being some kind of like child sexual abuse in the mix, which I guess is a little vaguer, I guess, in Knock Knock, but still there. And Muir said he saw the psychotic women as the story's true protagonists. He elaborated that the pair dish out a twisted form of justice against the average family man represented in our lead, who's not only being punished for his own deeds, but is also serving as a surrogate for the society that made them that way. Commenting on Death Game, the director of that film stated that the film deals with the truth. I see it as a reflection of today's society. And the director went on to say, men often do recognize just how vulnerable they are in the hands of a woman, and that is why a lot of us put them down. Okay. I thought that was a powerful thought, and I only bring all that up because Knock Knock is so close to Death Game. I think all those observations are true equally here.
Right. Yeah.
Just updated for the social media age.
True.
That's all I have background-wise. Do you have anything else?
Nothing beyond that, no.
So the few other things, I guess, before our final thoughts. We talked about what would we do in this scenario, which is important. So going back to like the scenario, like I said, I would never answer the door, right? This is where I wish I knew more about Genesis and Belle, and that they're very interesting because that's like the puzzle of this whole scenario, right? Like, my question is, how far would they go?
Yeah.
Right? Like, say you didn't answer the door. Would they escalate it? Would they, like, cry out and be like, oh, help, we're being attacked?
Yeah.
Or
would they break in?
Would they just flat out break in?
I mean, obviously, their motive is to seduce.
Right. And then they make that big deal about they don't kill, and yet they pretty much killed Lewis. I think
callously and laugh about it. Yeah.
Right. I think legally that would at least be manslaughter, right?
Right.
It's nothing else. I just wonder about that. Like, would they continue to escalate it further if you didn't play ball with them
right
so much? A fun little piece of symbolism I pulled out. When they first arrive at the house, Genesis has a t-shirt on. And the shirt says, "It was all a dream." And when they're trashing the house and setting it up for the wife to come home and see, the mirror in their bedroom, she writes on it with lipstick, and it says it was not a dream.
Right.
So I thought that was a funny little,
Yeah.
like Easter egg type thing. And then the last thing is just comparisons to Death Game. Like I said, it's really, really close. Pretty much it's beat for beat the same plot.
Right, yeah.
Really all they do is just modernize it, having social media stuff where there wouldn't have existed.
Mm-hmm.
I think in Death Game, they do a mock trial at the end instead of a game show.
Yeah.
Same diff, really, though.
Right.
However, notably, the end of the film was very different.
Yeah.
You get that same thing. They're going to execute him at dawn, and then they spare him, laugh, and run off. But then the final scene, they're like stumbling through the neighborhood, laughing about what they've done, and they stumble out into the street and then get hit by a speeding van and killed.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I feel like that kind of undercuts a lot of the message in some way.
Yeah, I mean, the 70s were famously gnarly, and to have like a bleak ending is pretty typical and normal and expected. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's more bleak, them getting killed like that, or if it's funnier, or if it's like supposed to be some sort of divine justice for their actions.
It really pulled me back when I watched it.
Yeah, it's an odd choice. It seems out of place.
I much more like the ambiguity here of they get away, they've got the dog.
Yeah.
His family's coming home.
Yeah.
Something happens. We don't know what.
Right.
So what'd you think? I have long threatened to bring this to the table, and I have now brought it.
Yeah, I liked it. Good performances. I liked, what's her name? Eli Roth's wife in this one.
Lorenzo
Izzo.
Yeah.
I liked her better in this than I did in Green Inferno. I think she matured a little bit acting-wise.
Well, also intentionally in Green Inferno, her character is meant to be
shallow and vapid and stupid. Yeah.
It's part of the point of that film.
Yeah, but I just think it was a little too, I don't know. Anyway, I thought she was better here. Keanu Reeves, like I said, was well cast, and of course he's good.
You'd want to like him so bad that like from the start to then the free pizza thing, like it just really works, man. It works so well.
And Anna de Armas, I've already talked about her. She's just, she's so great.
We worship at the altar.
We do, we truly do. I like home invasion movies. I like this sort of psychological thing. I like movies that kind of piss you off.
Yeah, that's one thing Eli's good with.
I could not help but be reminded of like Hard Candy.
Yeah, that's a good
when I was
comparison.
watching this, which came out like 10 years earlier. And of course, this is based on an older movie itself. And whereas Hard Candy would fluctuate, like you never really knew exactly what was going on. Like you didn't know if the guy was guilty or not.
Right.
You find out for sure at the end that he is.
Yeah.
Does that justify the actions of the protagonist? I don't know.
Maybe.
But you can certainly sympathize. Here, it's much harder to sympathize with anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you sympathize a little bit with Keanu Reeves because he, I mean, say what you want, he is sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, at that moment, he straight up tells them no, and then they just whip it out of his pants and go at it.
And you can't help a physiological response. Yeah, but...
now the, like, all-night supercut of them fucking... that was a choice.
You're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. Right?
Oh, it doesn't matter at that point, right? Listen, things happened. We don't need to talk about how much of it happened, but things happened.
I'm not saying it was a good choice, but he was coerced and forced in some ways, and it's not a normal interaction you would have with people. So it kind of takes away the... If they're trying to make a point about them being justified in their treatment of men who cheat, it really muddies that moral high ground. Mm-hmm. You know, because they're assaulting him. Yeah, maybe they were assaulted in the past, but assaulting other people doesn't solve anything. It doesn't help. You're just making things worse.
Jason, are you trying to tell me that two wrongs don't make a right?
I am telling you this, yes. But I like that. I like a morally cloudy gray movie.
Me too.
Where like no one's really right.
Yeah.
You know, you got a couple of pretty much psychopathic girls on a vengeance kick. And again, who even knows if they're telling the truth?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just fucking with people. Maybe they're just insane. I don't know.
We didn't talk about the scene, but there is a moment where he challenges them finally about the flight attendant thing, and they just fucking laugh at him.
Right.
It's like, you're so dumb that you believe that.
You can't be 15 and be a flight attendant. Yeah, we were lying about that, asshole.
But you're right. None of that could be true. They
Right.
could just be doing it for the heck of it.
Yeah. Now, there's also a point about how men can be pretty fucking awful.
We can. Yeah.
You know, I think most of the world's ills can be laid squarely at the feet of men. You know,
Just about, yeah.
you take the proportion of serial killers who are men versus women, and it's probably something like 95 fucking percent men. You know, men are the ones who are in power, who are always fucking killing everybody. Unfortunately, men do abuse their families and stuff. I mean, yes, women do it too. It happens, but by fucking far, it is men. There is a problem with men. So it's kind of cool. It's pointing that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those movies where really you don't have anyone to root for.
No. You
There's
don't.
really no one to like here. Which again, I dig. I'm fine with that. I think that would really piss off a lot of people.
I think it did at the time when people
Because
watched it.
they want Keanu Reeves to be like heroic. He wants, he should be like Neo. He should be get up and like,
If you go like on a Letterboxd or somewhere where you can see user reviews, there's so many people that are just fucking tilted that there's that flip when the free pizza speech.
Right.
Like that sours that character so much to people.
Yeah.
That like
This is supposed to.
because they believed he was the nice guy.
Yeah.
It's Keanu Reeves. You gotta believe that. He's truly one of probably the nicest people in Hollywood.
Right. Yeah. Great casting.
And that's the beauty of them casting him as the character.
Yeah. It's pretty breezy. It's something like 99 minutes. Didn't overstay its welcome. It's well done. It's not flashy. It's pretty pedestrian
serviceable.
for the most part. Which in a way it's good. You don't want a movie constantly attracting attention to itself when it's not necessary.
Right.
So I liked it. I'm not going to say I loved it. I don't see myself revisit maybe certain scenes, but I don't see myself revisiting this movie that often. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Oh, wow, that is higher than I thought you would give it.
Yeah,
Wow,
I tucked myself into it.
cool.
So I did enjoy it. I did like it. It was one that was always on my radar that I wanted to watch. It's just slipped through the cracks. I never got around to it.
That was my crusade in bringing this film here. Is I feel like it's very unfairly maligned, and there's actually a lot of redeeming qualities to it that
It's fucking better than Green Inferno. I'll tell you that.
I think people just put up a wall and don't let themselves even see what's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the flaws are obvious. You went through them all. There's some awkward acting. There's some weird line delivery here or there.
Yeah.
But I think, this is a thriller. I think the tension is really pretty on point. It's a slow burn that builds up and then it explodes.
Right.
Just right along how you would want a thriller to go.
Yeah.
It's not too long, not too short. It's just the right pace. I think the general message is really cool. I think the themes and the ideas are cool to struggle with. I like that there's no hero in the end. That it's just there's the girls and there's Evan and they're each doing their thing and
Right. Yeah.
who do you root for? I don't know. Can you
Yeah.
root for any of them? Maybe not.
And it's a pretty funny ending too.
And it's a hilarious ending. I just think there's plenty of good tension. There's great little scenes here or there. I think Keanu was great here. I think the parts where he's wooden actually works. It reinforces the reluctance of him as, I do want to be this nice guy. I do want to help people.
Right.
If someone came to my door, I want to be the kind of person that would help them and see them on their way.
Right.
And then it just hits a point. He's too far in, man. He can't steer the ship anymore.
Maybe they should have cast someone other than Ana Armas. Then it would have made it more reasonable for him to resist them, and more despicable that he gives in so quickly.
Maybe. But I think he really sells that awkward confusion, whether it was intentional or just his, acting. But it's a great film, man. It's deeply flawed, but I think that as you watch it, if you are open to watching it, it's just a lot of fun. It's just an easy breezy, entertaining watch.
Yeah.
Has some cool ideas it throws at you. What I think we don't talk about at all with this movie is the fact that it is a remake, and it's a good fucking remake.
Yeah.
It doesn't beat for beat keeps everything the same. It updates what it needs to.
Modernizes it.
Modernizes it. It makes a few little tweaks to make it interesting that you're not just doing 100% Gore Verbinski psycho thing where it's like a shot for shot exact.
That wasn't Korbinski.
Oh,
that was Gus.
Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
Fuck that
He's
guy.
a hack anyway.
Yeah. Can't believe I messed that up.
It's okay.
Happens.
At least I caught it for you.
I don't think I've ever revisited that film
I never
since
even
its
saw
debut.
it. Fuck that. There's no point.
I rented it, and then I was watching it, and I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah. It's for people who don't like black and white movies, I guess. I don't know.
I guess, man.
And in that case, fuck you.
At least be the Night of the Living Dead remake, where it kind of,
messes with it.
Messes with it a little bit, makes it fun. I've gotten in the weeds. Anyways, it's a good remake is what I'm trying to say. It updates it faithfully, but still keeps all of the theme and content in there. I fluctuate on this one. I when I first saw it, I gave it 3 stars, and then I watched it a second time, and I gave it 4 stars. And I kind of bounce between those two. So I'm going to go 3.5 right with you.
Oh, wow. We're in agreement.
I think I need to just average them.
The rare conjunction.
The planets have aligned. It's fun. It's not like a memorable, groundbreaking film. It's never going to be in some like archive to be kept forever.
No.
But it will be in the Dustin shelf of Blu-rays for all time.
I do think it's one of his more successful films.
And I think for Eli Roth, it's a well-made film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you for bringing it to me. It was good to see it.
Glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully some of you listening in will give it a chance. Maybe if you bounced off it the first time, give it a reevaluation, I keep going back to House by the Cemetery. Sometimes it's okay to go back to one you hate and see, do I still hate this? Do I feel the same way?
Yeah. Right.
But all that being said, it was nice to go back and hang out with Eli Roth some more. We got to be moving on to other stuff.
We do indeed. Okay. So that's my pick.
It is. Where are we going?
But we're going to go back to the fucking 70s. Because this being based on a 70s film and stuff.
That got you thinking.
Going back and seeing some of that. I need something gritty. I need something dirty. I need something 70s.
Okay.
I need, there were some children in this movie, but they were never in peril.
Oh, great.
So I just,
oh, no.
I wasn't happy with it. I was a little upset.
Well, I think given the subject matter, it would have been a little dangerous to also have some kid in peril stuff going on.
So we are going to watch Who Can Kill a Child?
Oh.
Directed by Narciso Ibáñez Serrador. That came out in 1976.
I know of it, but I have never seen it.
Ah, yes. It is released theatrically as Island of the Damned in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
But no, it was kind of hard to find for a while, and then it finally got a DVD release back in the early 2000s. I also want to touch on a little bit. I'm not saying watch it, but I will mention the remake that came out in 2012 called Come Out and Play.
Ooh.
Because it extremely pissed me off.
I don't like that title.
Oh, no. It pissed me off so bad. So I'll mention that.
Okay.
But no, we are watching Who Can Kill a Child from 76. I believe it is streaming somewhere. Let's see.
Streaming somewhere near you. Well, I'll tell you this, just at a glance.
You can rent it on Prime Video. Yeah, Prime. You can rent it.
My Letterboxd friends regard this much higher than Knock Knock.
Oh, do they? Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Because I was seeing on Knock Knock a lot of 1s and 2s, and here I'm seeing a lot of 4s.
Yeah.
So.
No, those Letterboxd friends are
maybe a little higher class of film, but that's okay. Different films for different.
I gotta raise it up here a little bit. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Sadly, there's no Ana de Armas in this movie.
Why are we watching it? Hey, welcome to Ana de Armas Exposure, where all we do is watch her films and talk about Ana de Armas.
I mean, I could do that. So yeah, this is watchable at Prime Video. It might be considered an effed up movie.
Oh.
You may be able to watch in other places.
If you happen to really want to see it and can't shell out the money, but you like effed up movies and like to go find places where people could watch effed up movies.
Yeah. It might be on there.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
I'm anxious to see what you will think about this.
Nice. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode. We wish all of you tuning in a happy time, and be careful about answering your door late at night if you get some knocks.
Unless it's Ana de Armas. Just let her on in.
Just let her in.
Just let her on
Accept
in.
your fate.
Yeah.
Write in. Let us know. If you've seen Knock Knock, let us know what you think. If you really hate it, we both were kind of okay with it. So you can give us your harsher take, and we'll take it in and think about it.
Tell us what your favorite Eli Roth movie is.
Yeah,
tell us what the one is you hate the most.
Tell us your favorite and your most hated Eli Roth film. I've not seen them all, actually, so I can't...
Yeah, there's a few I missed.
I can't fully go in on it, but I really love Hostel.
I like Hostel a lot.
Yeah, I think both the first one and the second one.
I like Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever, yeah. Even the remake of Cabin Fever is great. I probably, Borderlands would probably be my least favorite. I've not seen it, but... yeah, that or maybe his Death Wish remake. I heard that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
A real stinker.
Right now, the ones I've seen, Green Inferno is my least favorite of his.
That one, it has a je ne sais quoi. I don't know, but I'm kind of like, it's cool, though.
That ending, oh my god.
It's a really crazy ending. Anyways, let us know what you've been watching. Tell us some cool films we can check out. We're still taking requests. We'll pepper them in as we go. We just don't have a lot.
Yeah.
If you would like to fill back up our vault, that would be cool.
I'm not watching Melancholy der Engel. As much as I like effed up movies, I know too much about that. And I don't know if I want to spend 2.5 hours of my life watching that.
I don't think 2026 is the right year for that movie for us to talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe in happier times.
Maybe.
But you can hit us up on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. You can reach out to us at genreexposure@gmail.com. We will gladly take all your film thoughts, read them, enjoy them, discuss them, and eventually write you back about them.
Yes.
Otherwise, you have been listening to Genre Exposure.
Bye, everyone.
It was free pizza, man. It's free pizza. Free fucking pizza.
What am I supposed to do?
Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.